Yeah, what's up? This is T3.
Yes, L's,
Slum Village. We right here in the studio.
Okay, let's get straight to the point. Who were the Slum Village originators? You got a lot of people around here claiming that they've been part of Slum Village, a group. When did Slum Village start, and who was the originators of Slum Village?
Slum Village started back in 90s, 3. And originally, Slum Village was me and Dilla. And that's how, how it all went down. It was me and Dilla. YG was there. He helped us come with the name. And that's how it started off. Me, Dilla, then it was me, Dilla and 10 by 10, and now it's me and L. So it just evolved through the years like that. Nah, then it was me, 10, and L. Now it's me and L.
Okay.
Yeah, basically Slum Village has been through so many emotional things and triumphs that we had to go through, with working on albums and doing this music stuff and going through it. And a lot of the burden, was brought on me, and then it was brought on me and L. And that's how it is now. So basically what we want folks to know is one of the main things, we done been through so much. We want people to see our past so you can know our future. And like I said, it originated with me and Dilla. I mean, our first Slum Village songs, a lot of people don't know this, our first Slum Village got started because of Batin wanted to start selling drugs, and me and Dilla wasn't feeling that, and we gave him an ultimatum, like, man, what you gonna do? And Batin was like, man, I'm a hustle, man, I don't care what y'all niggas talking about. I'm like, okay. So that's when me, Dilla got together, and then YG stopped by, and he was like, man, we was all thinking of the names, so, and that's how we came up with the name, and because YG was looking through the dictionary. So, and our first song was about, what our first song was about by 10 selling drugs. It was called A Man. It was a song called A Man. And basically it was about blaming on the man because the man that made you do what you do and all that. It was kind of funny.
Okay.
But what happened down the line is me and Dylan wanted to put 10 in the group. And I don't know if he heard them. I think he did because we performed them live a couple of places.
Okay.
Just funny, a little history.
When did you guys first hook up with RJ and Barack Records?
That's a funny story too. I hooked up with RJ. Him and John Sally had a little something going on, and basically they was doing like they was talent scouting because John Sally and RJ wanted to start a label. So me and Dilla heard about it, and we went to audition. Straight old school style boombox. Press play, did our raps a cappella. It was dope. Did that, they liked us. We was gonna get signed, and back then it was John Sally had got us a deal with I think it was Columbia, but they was gonna choose between us and Diggable Planets. So what happened was John Sally wasn't feeling the money that they was offering us, so he turned them down, and so what happened after that is John Sally ended up just not wanting to do it no more musically. So it kind of messed us up. We were so upset. Like, dang, man, he turned the deal down, and now we ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then we see a Diggable Planets, they all on the radio, they video out. It was kind of messed up.
What was the first single, and when was it released with Barack Records?
Well, let's say that happened like in '93. We didn't get a deal to '99. So you gotta think how hard on us it was. It happened in '90. Well, that deal happened like in '95 when we was working with John Sally. So we had to wait 4 years later before we got on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It was so messed up because at that time Dilla had got on first on doing his beats, and Dilla started making a little money, and me and Tim, we was broke. We was still broke as hell, and and we was, you know, mad about that situation because we was bringing by 10 in the group when we got with John Sally. We actually featured him on one of the songs.
Okay.
And that's when he was doing this impersonations and all that.
That's what's up. What was your first music video? What was your first video?
Well, our first video, when we originally got signed, we was signed with A&M Records. But what happened with that is, I think they had another project they was working on, and it didn't do well. It was like a double CD of an artist. I'm not gonna even mention that. And it didn't do well, and that's when they kind of like closed their whole rap department. So then we moved to Good Vibe and Atomic Pop, and they shot 2 videos at one time. And our first single was Climax, but they shot Climax, and then they shot Raise It Up, and shot them on the same day. No, right back to back, one day and then the next day. And that was our first video. It was cheap. I don't know how much they spent, but it could have been that much because they did.
Well, you know what? We got a clip of your first video, and we're gonna check it out. Let's check out Slum Village's first video.
All right, this is our first video, Climax.
Climax.
All right, peace.
Hey man, that video looked cheap and real Grammy. How much did y'all spend on y'all first video?
We spent, I don't know how much exactly we spent. You gotta ask. That's an RJ question. But if I had to guess, I don't know, maybe 5 G's. I mean, you know, that's cheap for a video.
Wow.
I mean, it was cool, man. That was a crazy, so much crazy behind the scenes stuff happened in that video. I'm not gonna go there, but we made it happen, and then we shot Raise It Up. So you can't show that without showing Raise It Up because we shot them right back to back. So I guess we're gonna go to this video. This Raise It Up, Slum Village, old school.
Okay. Now, so you did Volume 2 with Jay Dilla. You think that doing that video with Jay Dilla kind of put you on?
No.
Put you guys on?
I mean, with the whole Dilla situation, Dilla helped us get on, you know, with the beats. But I mean, I think it was the chemistry because when Dilla got on, we originally shot the Slum Village demo to Q-Tip. And Q-Tip wasn't really feeling Slum Village like that back then. And so, I mean, it wasn't really, you know, he was feeling Dilla on the beats, but he wasn't feeling Slum Village. You know, we was really abstract then, like, we was just too much. You know, but, so what happened was, Dilla got on, did a few projects, and he kept working with us, and we kept doing songs and whatever. So then we did our Volume 1 joint, and then when Q-Tip heard that, it was a different story. He loved it, he helped us out, he brought us out on tour, the whole nine, so, you know.
So who was in the group on Volume 2?
It was me, By10, and Jay Dilla. And that's how Slum Village first got their foot in the door.
Okay. Why do you think Jay Dilla left?
That's a funny question. Why do I think Dilla left? I don't know. I can't think of for another man. I just can't say that. So, I mean, that's a Dilla question, really. He told me he just wanted to kind of venture out and do his own thing. That's what he told me personally. So that's what I got to take from it. You know, I can't say anything else. You know what I'm saying about that.
Are y'all brothers still cool? You guys brother got any beef going, or y'all still talk?
I mean, people always ask that, is we cool with Dilla and all that. I mean, yeah, you know, L got beats on his mixtape, I got beats on mine, he got beats on every album Slum Village ever done. You know what I'm saying? We cool, man. You know, we respect each other and we do our own things, but we still cool and we always work together.
Okay. How many different labels has Slum Village been on?
How many labels we've been on? Too many to count, really. A&M, Good Vibe, Atomic Pop, J-Core, Interscope, Capital, and I think that's it.
6 labels.
Yeah, Barack. So that'll be 7.
Wow. What happened with Trinity? What label were you with, and who was the lineup with the Trinity album?
Trinity was the introduction of Elzai on that album. And basically, you know, L will tell you his story on that
mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, T3 was looking for somebody to manage, you know. Me and YG was doing a project in the past, way before the Bling 47 and all that stuff. We was doing a project, and I think we was like 4 or 5 songs deep, so we was really getting into it real heavy. And I guess YG and T3, you know, had a talk about, you know what I'm saying, bringing up a new artist in the game. And YG introduced me to 3, but I knew 3 back in the day from like the hip hop shop, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was like 96, but anyway, we hooked up like around what, 98,
98,
99 or whatever, I don't know.
90, yeah, like, well, not 99, it had to be like 2000.
Okay.
Because it had to be like 2000 after the Volume 2, so about 2000.
Well, so when I first, like, my introduction to, you know what I'm saying, the Trinity album was really me being like a special guest on there. You know, like, T3 was kind of showcasing his artist. But then after a while, you know what I'm saying, just a bunch of crazy stuff happened in that time frame to where it was like, well, you know, let's go ahead and bring him in the group. So everybody decided in a round table, RJ, Bati, T3, Tim, they all decided to bring me in, which was a blessing. But, you know what I'm saying? Back then it was just like rhymes, you know what I'm saying? You know, me by T3, we was just kind of rhyming, just trying to kind of figure out what was going on, you know. And wasn't really too much chemistry there like that, you know how it is now. But, you know, we try to make the best out the, you know, out of crazy situation, man. So.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff. Well, let me tell you some of the crazy situations we was dealing with, because, you know, we speaking about it on the album, so we just basically, it was new producers. I say this in a rhyme. Dilla was basically the guy who produced most of the tracks from Slum Village previously. So now we had to kind of bridge the gap. We had to go and find music that still fit our sound. So we had to come up and kind of find guys, and we found, you know, YG decided to pick up his MP again, and you had young RJ, and then by 10 brought Black in, you know what I'm saying, because he had found out about this guy named Black, brought him in, and who else? We brought S-Man and Kareem. So when we made the album, it took us about a year and a half to make the album, because we was really scrounging. And at that time, Slum Village really didn't have no support. You know what I'm saying? Most people told me to quit, and told us to kind of just leave it alone. Well, me personally, you know what I'm saying? And then at that time, also at that time, Tim wasn't really focused at that time. He was more, I don't know, he wanted to do something else. He didn't really want to be here. I mean, he had love for us, but he didn't really want to spend his time here. A lot of the times he wasn't up at the studio, wouldn't show up. You know what I'm saying? I understood, because I didn't really want to do it neither, but I felt like, you know, at the same time, I wanted to keep the legacy going. You know, so it was one of those situations where I could have just said, well, scratch this and start anew and just focus on my artist Elzai and do that, or I could just keep this Slum Village thing going and try to build from that. So, you know what I did, because we still here today. But it was just tough for all of us. Elzai, just, you know, he wanted to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Because just matching the two worlds together, it was different. You know, like he said, it wasn't no chemistry. I mean, me and Elzai had done songs, but he hadn't done songs at Slum Village. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
It was just a whole nother type of situation.
Okay.
And the Trinity album, it was just crazy. It was just a stressful album. It's by the grace of God that we even made that album. It's one of those, hey, I'm happy we just completed it type of projects.
Okay.
You know?
So Brother Elzai, Trinity was the first album that you recorded with Slum Village. What were you doing before the Trinity project?
You know, I was just hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? In the open mics, like I mentioned, the hip hop shop, 1212, Ebony Showcase, Fat House, everything, man. I was just on my grind, man, trying to prove, you know, that I could do my thing, man. And I guess you know what I'm saying. I made an EP with my man House Shoes, well-known DJ from Detroit. We did an EP called the Out of Focus EP, and that, you know, kind of went well in the underground. And I did this thing with my man Big Tone, Dwell AG, Lackadaisical 87, and myself, and we made a group called the Breakfast Club. And then from the Breakfast Club, I went with YG. Me and YG did a bunch of things, and then bam, Slum Village. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is history.
Okay, okay. Now, people, you know, used to say, you know, y'all shows was, you know, people wasn't feeling y'all shows. Used to be they couldn't feel y'all. Now they feeling y'all. What's the difference between now and then?
The difference with the shows between now and then is, like we said, we ain't had no chemistry. Me and L wasn't doing shows together. By 10 was just totally like whatever on the shows. You know what I'm saying? And that's just honesty. He was basically like, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, you ain't know which by 10 you was gonna get. One day it was the energetic guy. Next day it was, I'm gonna stay in here and smoke a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? So we had to deal with that. And then me and L was trying to put the chemistry together, and that was new. And that always takes time. Anytime you start working with any new guy or new persons or two new people working together, you gotta build the chemistry, you gotta build the foundation. And we didn't have that. So basically, it took time to culture and nurture that and make it happen. So, you know, so of course we're gonna progress and get better. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was a lot of things too. I never put a show together before that. Dilla was doing all of that. So, you know, we all just had to step our game up, and you know, that's how we made it better.
Well, y'all have definitely done that. You guys are getting bad. Y'all ain't Snoop. Y'all ain't the game. How have y'all held on in the industry for so long?
The difference with hip hop music that we do versus commercial hip hop is the underground really hold us down, really supports us, really feeds us, really you know, respect us, and they always have our back. So without the underground fans, then we wouldn't stay around. But one thing about the underground fans is they're consistent. You know, they're always there for you. And sometimes when you get commercial artists, what happens is, you know, you get your fans for now, and then as soon as they feel like you fell off or something, then they fall off. But underground fans are not like that. They're loyal. If they with you, they with you from the cradle to the grave. And that's what always held us down, and that's why we still here, because of the support. Even with all the breakups, I mean, you know, if this happened to any commercial national artist, they wouldn't even be able to sell half the albums we sold, but it's the support of those fans, man. We done had member changes 2 times, and you know what I'm saying. So now they still holding us down, man, and that's what's keeping us here.
Okay, are you guys, either one of you, frustrated with the rap game to the point that you ever thought about just saying fuck it?
I mean, yeah, we get frustrated with the rap game. Yeah, we do. I mean, I wanted to quit a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? But it's more so, like I said, it's the support of the fans, man, and the support of the hip-hop community that kind of keep us going. And as soon as you think nobody's really there for you, you have somebody come up to you and like, yo, man, L, I'm feeling your rhymes. T3, man, you held it down, blah, blah, blah. And then that kind of give you the support to kind of keep going and motivating with your music. And that's basically what's kept me around. But also got that attitude, like, you know, man, I got one of those nonchalant attitudes, like, you know, like, hey, even if you're not feeling me, I know what I can do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just show the world what I could do. You know what I'm saying? Because I came up as an independent guy. So I'm like, okay, it's all good. You know, you're not feeling this. Let me work and achieve something and do it. and kind of like, you know, let people know that I can do it without being kind of over the top like that, you know. So that's just the way we roll, and we've been keeping it moving from there.
Okay. Is there anybody out of your camp between your producers and anybody that's with the camp that kind of push you a little bit that you'd like to recognize for helping you to kind of stay focused?
Um,
That brings something to you guys, brings something out on you guys as artists.
you know what? We've worked with a lot of people through the years, so I can't say that it's one particular person that helped us out through the years. I mean, we had the support of our label, of course. We had times where now it's like Hex pushes us, and sometimes it's our management, or sometimes it's just the people in our cipher. It's our friends that we around. You know what I'm saying? That kind of pushes us. So it's like different times are different. You know, sometimes it's your lady. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the times. It's not like one person every time. It's like it depends on the situation. You know.
Elzai, you making any money now?
I mean, yeah, by the grace of God, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was one point in time where I was on my knuckles, man. And I definitely gotta, you know, say thank you to T3, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, putting me in a position where my voice is being able to be heard all over the world, man. So, yeah, man, we making nice money, you know what I'm saying, but it's also the support of the fans, like T said, you know, because the artists, as artists, we make our most money off of the tours and the shows. So if the fans wasn't there to support us to be at the shows, we wouldn't be here right now.
Where have some of the places that, since you started rapping, some of the foreign countries that rapping has taken you to?
Man, we've been all over, from Switzerland, from Amsterdam, Paris, Rome, you name it, man. And it's a blessing, man. We was over in Sweden, and they was singing happy birthday to me in Sweden, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real like that. It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's a blessing, man. Every time we go around at them areas, man, I be thinking like, man, we blessed to see this, man. 'Cause there's a lot of cats out here that we know that may not ever get a chance to see that. And we doing it real big like that through this rap music. So it's just a wonderful thing.
Okay.
Also, what I want to tell people is this, you know, the support of our fans. You know, a lot of people think this rap music is like, it's like lavish, and it's like, you know, as soon as you sign a contract, you just got money out of control. I mean, it's money here, but at the same time, you got to understand, we do underground rap. So that's why I tell people like, man, you got money, you got this, man. I'm like, yeah, we make a couple dollars. Yeah, I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. But I'm saying at the same time, you gotta understand I do underground rap too, B. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a grind. With this underground rap stuff, it's a grind. But you know what I'm saying? We do it because, like you said, the support of the fans. Without the fans, it ain't no purpose of doing it. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna go out and work a 9 to 5. But I'm saying I just want to let people know it's not easy, and that anything in the world that you trying to do is take a sacrifice. Like I said, when we started Slum, that's 8 years that passed, and, you know, 5 and 4 years that passed, and then L coming up doing his grind. I mean, it's not like it's just anything you do. You gotta, if you want to be big at it, you gotta focus. Even if you want to be a doctor, that's 8 years of college. You ain't just pop out and be a doctor one day. You know what I'm saying? So anything you do is kind of like, you gotta have a goal, and you gotta kind of just work at it, man. I just don't want people to think that that it's all peaches and cream like that.
Okay. It's been a tight ass interview, man. I don't know what else to ask. Anything either one of you that want to say to the
What I say to the fans is this, that thanks for y'all holding it down. I'm not even talking about the fans. I want to thank my fans, and then I want to say just to the people in general that I say this every time, but I don't think people really get it when I say Slum Village is an evolution, and that's why we're still here. People think it's just some stuff to say to sound good, but it's not. It really is. we're like a movement, man. And anybody who do this hip hop music or do this soul type of music that we do can tell you a time where you know, we come across a lot of people in the industry who say it's a time where Slum Village has touched them, has brought different things out of them, and you know, we get that. And what I want to tell the people is, a lot of times I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't for the few fans, it wouldn't be even worth doing this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Being creative as we can be, because a lot of times we feel like we gotta hold back. It's so much that we want to do musically, and we feel like we gotta slow ourselves down to kind of blend in. You know what I'm saying? And it just makes it hard for us to really do that creative music. You know what I'm saying? Even with artists like when I see Calm, you know what I'm saying, and a Electric Circus project. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I was, because as a musician, I like creative, different type of sounds of music. But at the same time, I'm not mad at B neither. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a diverse guy. And that's kind of what Slum Village is. So you got to have that diverse mind to really get into Slum Village. You got to kind of be open to a little bit of this and a little bit of that to really get what we doing right here. And on top of that, it's kind of got a grimy outlook, you know, with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the lyrics we saying ain't nice. It ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And then it got a little funny twist to it. So you kind of got to be a diverse person to get Slum Village. And I think that's why it took so long, and it's taking people so long to really catch on to what we're doing. Because no, we're not political. No, we not just underground hip hop. No, we not just about lyrics. No, we just not just about style. We kind of try to blend a lot of different stuff together, and I don't think people get that. And sometimes I think that just makes it hard for Slum Village to do what we do, man. And I kind of like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if we just do this, maybe people will feel it. But I don't want to feel like that. I just want to do good music, and hopefully that people catch on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Elzai, anything you'd like to say to the people and let them know a little bit about you?
I just say this, man. This new album is for all the people that held us down, that stuck with Slum Village through the crazy times, through the member changes. You know, when I wasn't around, when T3 and Baten and me was doing our thing, all the way to now when it's just me and T3. This is the album right here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all deserve it. You know, I don't know, I guess it was a magic, man. Some kind of magic, you know, swept in the room, man, for us to do this album, man. But we took it back to the essence. So when you listen to this, just know that it's all for the fans and the new people, you know what I'm saying? Y'all welcome to, you know, check us out and see what we're about too. But basically Slum Village is all about feel-good music, you know what I'm saying? We always been about soulful music. And, you know, we just gonna keep, you know, doing our part to make the evolution keep growing, and make sure we keep it classic every time.
It's all good. I want to thank y'all for this interview, and thank y'all for everything y'all done for me. I'd like to say peace, and we out of here.